Hello everyone, and welcome back to another game review. That's right, I'm back for today. Why today? Because I don't know, no reason. School, but anyways, we are doing Sword Art Online, Alicization Lycoris, and it just updated. Great. Fantastic. I'll just go through the basic things with this game, story, gameplay, and, the action, the smoothness of it overall. And, yeah, let's start with the story. Now, with the new update, they added moving little 2D characters. I don't know if it's for all the character speeches, I think it's just really for the DLC characters, or DLC conversations that they move instead of just being 2D pictures that blink every now and then. So that's cool, I guess. It looks kind of weird how they just move their heads side to side over and over. I don't think people speak like that all the time. Horizontal, diagonal, that's pretty weird. But the overall story of this game, I gotta say, I like it a lot. If you're playing this game fresh from watching the anime, or, if you're playing it fresh from all the other games, this one doesn't really play like all the other games, and the story is completely separate from the other games, really, except when they, mention, it's like, oh, I was with you at GGO, oh, in SAO we did this, in GGO we did this. It's like, yeah, okay, that's cool, but Alice and Eugeo were in GGO as well. So who were they? What's the timeline? Don't understand. But the story, really interesting. I definitely suggest you give it a look-see, try to get into it, maybe. So, gameplay for this. Alright? Gameplay. It is kind of okay. You can do a lot of damage, pretty easily as long as you keep up the combos and whatever. It sometimes is pretty heavily dependent on your whole party doing damage. Sometimes the boss will go in ham, help you out, or sometimes they won't, which is kind of lame. But one of the things I didn't like about this game is the progression of your damage. Now, what you're seeing here, I've beaten the game. Level 50. I have the last gear you get from, the last mission and whatnot. So, my damage is up there. It's all like +4 gear. The highest you could get is +5. So, and these enemies aren't even close to my level, and I'm still, it's still taking me a while to chop them down. Just solo. Which, I know most of the time you're not going to be solo and whatever, and you're going to have your friends and everything, but peanut damage is still peanut damage, and every fight you do is going to be like this throughout the campaign. This game really wants you to put in the effort, like hundreds of hours. I won't say hundreds, okay, dozens of hours focused on your gear and building that stuff up, so then you can, reap your fruit rewards. Yes. So then you can see, like, wow, I can actually do damage. Wow. Those, yeah, for me, I don't really like that. I like to play, while playing, and then I see myself getting stronger. I'm like, yeah, wow, I'm doing these bursts and learning new things. This thing kind of just makes you, no, slow down. You're weak. You'll always stay weak until you grind dozens of hours to get your damage up to the max. Now, since level 50 is the cap, and there are enemies way higher than level 50, it's going to be based off your gear and, your crafting stuff, or your buffs, gear and buffs. So what you're seeing right here, I'm going to show you the difference. What I have is a couple party members who have played the game a lot more than me, one sword wielder and one dual sword wielder, I'm going to show you the damage comparison between these people who have played dozens, hundreds, have like borderline top of the line gear, versus, the characters that you finish the game with, your AI companions, Alice, Eugeo, and whoever. Alright, keep in mind, this is only a party of 3. You can see the damage my Kirito is doing, 500, whatever, bursting. It's like, okay. And then you see the damage that the other people are adding in, you see those high numbers pop up. 46,000, 400, 100,000, 200,000, you know, all those from their skills. And you see how big this dude's getting chunked, okay? You see that level difference. It's like, it's huge, okay? You'll be like, some of you might be like, okay, well, you know, but it's a party of 3, you know, you guys might be doing damage together and whatever. And, you know, that's why it's so good. You know, you guys are all helping each other out, and it's party damage. That's why it's getting melted, and you just have a decent loadout. No. Okay. Now, here is me with a couple of my AI buddies with an enemy around the same level. Alright? Just watch the damage numbers. Watch how peanut damage it does. And you could just see the whole difference, you know. It's not even really a comparison. You know, you really, and I don't know how they expect you to do this. That's one of the things that I don't like. I don't know how they expect you to get from, you know, tier like level 50 doing decent damage against level 50s versus those guys who have like top of the line gear and everything, melting level 80s and whatever. I don't know how they expect you to do that when, in order to get some of the legendary gear for your crafting, you have to face level 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90 characters to get the materials to start to build that gear. I don't know what they expect. I don't know why you would have to put in that much effort to level up, but you do. Of course, when you reach endgame, you can do raids. You know, there are raids on different maps that start off on different, you know, kind of levels. You know, north, you do one north raid, you do an east raid, west, south raid. Do all those things, get some more powerful gear to buff you up, but, you know, even with that gear, like my character right now, he has it, he's using it, and he still does peanut damage, okay? So you'd really have to run that raid higher and higher and higher and higher and higher, like a lot, hours and hours and hours and hours. And, you know, you have to do that solo because there's not that many people who play this game anymore, unless you get lucky and find like a group of randos who's just like, hey, I decided to do a quick match, and wow, you're here? Alright, I'll bless you and do some raid runs on Extreme for you. It's like, oh wow, thanks. So, next is really the progression of the story. Progression? Or, I guess, is it gameplay? Progression? I don't even know what this is, but customizability and, you know, the overall feel of the game. You know, you come here into your main base is what you're seeing right now. You go around, you know, buy crafts, you upgrade your swords, upgrade everything you want. You craft swords, you know, when you craft something, you upgrade your skill. When you make someone else craft something for you, you upgrade their skill, and then eventually the stuff that they can craft gets more powerful because you upgraded their smithing skill or something like that, and that makes your gear more powerful, and you just keep on snowballing like that. It does take a lot to farm. Money in this game, I found it was very difficult to obtain. So, I mean, for me at least, it was very difficult to obtain that Shia, so you can't really depend on, oh, I just need to buy like these materials from the shops. Like, that material from the shops is a decent amount of effort to get that money for. Of course, there is a lot of customizability in this game. You know, there's character customization. You can go in and, you know, just edit what your dude looks like, and or make your dude a chick if you wanted to. It doesn't matter. Even after you do all that, you'll still interact with all the characters the same. So that's kind of neat, but you know, then, you know, it's kind of weird too. Like, oh, Kirito, and your dude's like, my name's Stacy. So that's always kind of weird. I kept my dude looking like the same Kirito just because, you know, for the story aspect, I wanted it to look the same. But you can do whatever you want because it's your game, and you know, you do what you want to do, unlock all the waifus, do all that stuff, and yeah, you don't unlock gallery until after you beat the vanilla game, that's fine. Gallery has a bunch of, you could rewatch all these cutscenes, see how many cutscenes you're missing. One of the downsides of this game is that there are a lot of, they're not cutscenes, but they're like game scenes, I would say. Like, it uses the game engine to create these conversations that you can't skip through the dialogue for. Or, let's say, not exactly skip, because you don't want to miss the story, but you want to click through it fast so then you can see what they're saying, but, quicker. Yeah, they don't do that. So you're going to be sitting around there for like 5 to 15 minutes sometimes, just watching the story fold out and watching everything that's happening and all that, which is kind of a buzzkill at times, because you just beat this boss, and now you're ready to defeat another boss, this final boss. You're going up the tower and whatever, but then you get hit by 15 minutes worth of dialogue, and now your fire's kind of out. Don't get me wrong, the story it's good looking, it's nice, but it's not really, let me just stop you here for 15 minutes nice, But anyways, that's me. That's the game. I definitely suggest you try it if you're into all that Gameverse stuff. If you wanted to see the story is quality, the way they tell the story is kind of weird because, again, 15-minute stops are kind of annoying. But why not try it? From me, have a good day.